stealth unit in the AO.
Just make sure my stream is up and about. Just waiting for my voice to come in. Oh my god, it's an Assaultron. Oh my god, hold on. Sorry. We're about to die. Oh, why is it chasing me? Oh! Oh! The Gentleman Club is open. Oh god. I love how, like, the stream just starts with me just straight up dying. Is what it is. What up, James? Nice to catch you in here. First one in, man. Alright. I'm trying to avoid that bullshit, because that was not fun. That was crazy. That was like, one hit, you're done. Like, what was that? Anyways, I'm just trying. I came back in here to practically loot the place. Oh my god. Alright, I came in here to loot the place. I've been looking forward to this all day, Loki. I appreciate it, man. Nah, today was it was a crazy day at work today. Well, it wasn't crazy. It was just a lot of stuff needed to be done, so my eyes were just glued onto my they were glued onto my screen today, and I was just like, all right, cool. Like, this is kind of like what I've just been doing all day. Got like the 5 o'clock train, 5:30 train, which usually takes me home by like 6:30. I was gonna work out, but I just was so cold outside. I was like, you know what, I'm good. I decided not to go work out, and now I'm here. I low-key was looking forward to the stream as well, because tomorrow I won't be streaming. I have a date at 6:30 tomorrow, so I'll be too busy. Oh, this is where what's it called? The Minutemen were. The ones that are in Sanctuary. This was their old spot. I forgot about that. I'm pretty sure the guy with the missile launcher is in here, but I'm wondering if he's gonna kill me. Well, you know. Let's take a look. What's the worst that could happen, right? But I came back here to loot a little bit because I know I left some stuff behind, and I wasn't expecting someone to be up here chilling, but we'll go at it, I guess. Oh! Love it. Oh, he missed. He completely missed that shot. That is hilarious. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Oh. That could have been bad. There's someone here. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. I was watching it on the train this morning because I was like, I completely forgot about it, and I was like, wait, I'm supposed to watch Where's 981? And that dude is wild. I didn't know that he was doing that in New York City, and nice miss. Thank you for catching that. It's picking up. It's picking up. But that dude was like on the Jackie Robinson like turnpike and everything of that nature, and that is like notoriously clogged up with traffic like all the time. So the fact that he was just cruising down that thing, like just avoiding everything, is like impressive and insane at the same time. I watched one of the compilations he had. I think it was like the main one that was there, and I was like, this dude is in fucking insane. But he's a great driver, like low key. Oh god. Oh, we're good. I thought that was a missile launcher for a second. But the dude was like swerving in and out of traffic. And the street, like when he's like in New York City, I was like, this dude's on the left lane, just like dodging traffic. It's insane. And I was like, oh, he's gonna hit like a moment where traffic's gonna be just stopped. Well, I guess not, because every time he did. Like, he just, like, powered through, which is just wild to me. I was like, holy crap. So, I definitely will be watching it more often. I have to get my viewership up. So I looked into the whole super chat thing, and it's like I need to have 3,000 hours of me watching YouTube videos, or 3 million reel views. I think it's called. I don't know if it's called reels or whatever, but like basically it's like you have to make like those shorts. Oh no, it's shorts. But I have to get like 3 million views on shorts, or 3,000 hours of watching YouTube to activate my super chats. And I was like, none of that's happening. And I did the math. I was like, what's 3,000 divided by 24? And that's 125 days of just straight YouTube watching. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So no super chats, which is a good sign, because that means I won't be able to take your money. So I take that as a win. Oh my god. I think I saw Richie in here. What about my drink? My Dr. Kelp. What's up, Richie? When are you gonna start streaming, dude? We're waiting on it. Can I not get this fucking nice miss? Here we go. But yeah, I was watching Where's 91? I definitely will be watching a little bit more of that. It's insane. And like, first of all, like, I'm actually wondering like how that man is not getting caught, because that just is straight up videos of this dude just breaking the law, speeding, running away from cops, just breaking the law. And I'm like, this dude has all this like happening, and I don't know, it's insane to me, but it's impressive at the same time. I was like, I would be so afraid to even post any of that shit. Meanwhile, this dude is just on here like, yep, breaking the law. I'm like, as you should, I guess, but goddamn. Alright. I came back here to loot, and it's not gonna happen. I mean, I thought there was gonna be more stuff to loot here, but I guess not. And I'm afraid of that, like, Assaultron to come by and, like, smack the shit out of me, because that's my fear. Oh, there's not a downstairs area down here. But yeah, heads up. I will set up all my alts going through all your VODs, and I will set up all my alts going through all your vids, and he's Alice's. I don't have a play, and doesn't have a play on his card. Gotcha. But like, I was like watching it, I was like, that's wild. But like, I always wonder. Well, I mean, I guess they probably run the plates too, because I was like trying to think. I was like, he like knows like a cop is about to get on him, and he immediately like starts running. I mean, once the lights come on, he starts running, right? But I'm like, clearly they're checking his plates. Either the plates are fake and they're not registered to his car, clearly, obviously, right? And they're just trying to pull him over because he probably has a fucking Kia plate or something against like a BMW M3. So he's probably doing all that shit. And I was like, clearly this dude knows what he's doing. Oh shit. But I thought it was incredible. I was like, really, I was hooked on it for a while. I was like watching on a train. This lady's like looking at me, like watching this dude break the law, and I'm just like, I was like, yeah, you gotta watch this. I was like, you gotta get on this. There's some crazy shit going on right now. She probably was not impressed. She was like, these fucking hoodlums on these damn trains. But anyways, what is this? Oh, hold on. Oh wow. Missile launcher just straight up set up right there. I can't even... Oh, can I? There we go. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Like, I mean, I guess if you run in here trying to run away from people, you're just gonna straight up run in. But yeah. Look at that guy. That guy's just shooting away. Oh, I know where this is. That's like the mine or whatever. I remember that place. Where am I? I'm like, where am I? Okay, Peabody's house, Quincy police station, all that stuff. You should do a playthrough doing melee only. I think I'm good. I think I like this little line. Sorry, I apologize. I did not mean to say that or do anything of that nature. Um, there's nothing here, I guess. But hopefully everyone's day was good today. Mine was super busy. Um, I was pretty much doing a lot of work today for like the first time in a while because I just started this new job. But not that I'm complaining or anything, right? But it was one of those hectic ass moments where my boss, not my boss, but someone that works for the company and knows what she's doing, she was just showing me like what to do. And then she was like, actually, this is like super like crazy for you to do. She's like, I actually apologize for putting this on you. And I was like, no, no, no. I was like, actually, let me do as much as I can because at the end of the day, I got to learn this. And a little background about me, I'm a financial analyst and it's like my first time actually being in a finance role. So it's like insane, like what they got me doing. And sometimes I'm like I feel like I'm asking stupid questions, but I'm really not. And I was just like, listen, like, I got to learn this all eventually. So, like, set it up. Yeah, no shit. But it was a busy fucking day. Tomorrow my boss isn't in, but I have to go into the city either way. Plus, I have a date, so no stream tomorrow. Heads up for everyone that's in here. We'll be busy, but hopefully I'll have a stream by Friday, and we'll go as much as we can. I'm trying to get a workout in on Friday. Today I decided not to go because I just don't like the cold at all. So, and I'm being lazy at this point. So, like, why lie? I'm being lazy. And yeah. I saw a comment. It's funny because I've never seen him get over 120 miles per hour, and I got my bone stock Kia daily that will do at 148. And I ain't saying I do that, but I ain't denying it. I know. Well, I feel like the location he's in, it's crazy to do more than 120. The fastest I ever been was 100 and like, God, was it 125? I'm gonna say 130 just to make myself feel better about myself. And that was like COVID. No one was on the highway, and I was like, well, who's gonna stop me? Because at the end of the day, like this was like the first day of the country shutting. This was the first week of the country shutting down. So I was like, well, who's gonna stop me, right? And I was friends with a cop, and he was like, yeah, he's like, no one is gonna stop anyone on the highway. Like, he's like, we have like orders to not stop anyone unless it's like an emergency, but if you're speeding, go for it. And I think people kind of took wind of that, but the first week when no one was on the highway, I just floored it. There was a part of the highway that goes downhill and then uphill. So once it went downhill, I just floored that fucker. And I think I hit 130. I will say 125. And man, like you feel it. Like you feel the pressure. You feel like the vibrations of the car, everything. Like the wind. That's it. It was such a great moment. And I wish I did it more often. But I never got the chance to do it again. And I should have, because now I can't do it anymore. Unless we get another panoramic. But I doubt it, so.
What was that?
How you from the north and don't like the cold? Bro, I did not ask to be born in the northeast. Trust me when I say this, dude. If I could move anywhere in the US, it would be like Hawaii or like Los Angeles. And I'm doing neither of those because it's expensive. Not that New York City is not expensive, but when it comes to like public transportation and everything of that nature, New York City is the best. Like, you can actually budget in New York City, whereas in LA, it's like you need a car, you need to drive to work, you need to be on the highway, and I can either choose to be on the highway and deal with that traffic, or I could take public transportation with the train, which works for me. It's about 45 minutes commute, and it gets me from point A to point B. I can sleep on the train without anyone trying to rob me or, you know, anything of that nature, and it just, like, I think it's the best option. And then, obviously, when it comes to, like, Hawaii or something like that, I just feel like there's not much job opportunity there, and I feel like I would hate it for the taxes. Sorry, I was drinking my coffee. You only feel it at those speeds because you aren't used to it yet. You get to synthesize the speed the more often. Yeah, but I'm not out here trying to break the law. You know what I mean? It's funny because I do have a radar in my car, and I own I drive an Audi, like a Q3. It's a super slow car. But my dad, he owns an Audi RS3, and for a while when I was working in his business, he would just let me borrow his car. He's just like, take my car, like don't put mileage on your car, like take your car, take my car. And of course, you know, an Audi RS3, it's something that does like 160, right? Like I'm not gonna say no. And you know, it turns head. Well, at the time it did. Not that it doesn't, but it's just like when I first was driving it, this was like, man, like 2018, 2019. The car's 2 years old, so people were like, yo, was that an RS3? And like I'll talk about it, and it was like a numbered car too, so there was only 250 of those made in the US that specific year. So people loved talking to me about that car, and I was just like, yeah. And it's funny because people would come up to me and be like, oh, like, what's the horsepower on it? I'm like, dude, I don't know anything about this car. I just know how to drive it. So, sorry, like, you're gonna be disappointed. Like, I'm not a car guy when it comes to stuff like that, but like, I just love driving these things, and that's the most of it, right? So, yeah. But my dream car, I have to say, right now, I love my Audi Q3. It's slow as shit. I'm not gonna even front. Like, the max I ever done on that car is like a hundo, and then I called it a day. I was like, yeah, I was like, this thing is gonna blow out on me. Aren't that quick. The only one that ever beat me was heavily modified TT variant. Trust me, I know. Well, I think they're pretty quick. Well, then again,
Take a look.
I don't modify my cars, but I remember my sister had a matching one. She got a 2017 RS3, and it was like red, or Cataluna red, which is kind of like orange. I used to shit on her about it. And we went to go like pick it up, and one of the guys that worked there, he like came up to me thinking it was my car, and he was like, oh man, you got like a nice car here. And I just didn't have the balls to be like, oh, that's my sister's car, not mine. But he was like, yo, if you want to, like, you know, I think he said the word stage tune. I'm not sure if that means anything, but like he was like, oh, you can like unlock more horsepower with it. Like we do that in-house here if you want to. So, you know, like you can unlock more power to it. And he's like, a lot of people do it with the Audis here, like the RSs, and like, you know, clearly where I live, it's just suburbia, you know, crazy amount of money, right? And he's like, yeah, we'd like to do like stage tunes. I think it's called stage tunes. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he's like, we just do them in house. Like people just, you know, they want more horsepower, we'll give it to them, but you got to pay like X amount of cash. And I'm like, cool. And I was like, okay, good to know. Like if I ever decide to get like, you know, an RS5, I don't even know if they make RS5s, but I've always enjoyed like the RS vehicles, and I think my dream one would be an RS5. I just love all-wheel cars, and I love just German engineering in general. But I think if I ever do that, I might look into it. But then again, I'm like, I don't need all that horsepower. I don't need all that speed. Like the RS badge itself is good to me. Stage 2, what, or is it some sort of tune? I don't know. I'm the worst guy to probably. This is probably gonna be frustrating for you because I'm not a car guy like that. But like they were just talking about like, yeah, we can just something with like something within that system. Like they just can unlock a full force of like horsepower and everything that's in there. But they had to like stage something. I don't even fucking know. I apologize for my lack of knowledge here, but all I know is like they can upgrade it to make it faster. And this is coming from the dealership, you know what I mean? Like an actual Audi dealership. So probably tune. Yeah, that's probably tune. So like I was just impressed that they even offer that. And they're like, oh, we just really only do it for the RSs, you know, if you're buying like something like this, we like to make sure you guys are obviously buying it for the speed and all this stuff. And don't take it anywhere else, you know, like we can do it here, don't trust anyone else, do it here, get your warranty and all that stuff. So I guess they're trying to, you know, make sure like we don't fuck with it in a sense, in the wrong way. But yeah, it was good to know if I ever decide to get like an RS5, maybe down the line, maybe when I'm like 32, and I'm like, fuck it, I have some money, I'll blow my money away on a nice car. I'll do it. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I mean, eventually I would love to have like a Porsche and just like have it in a sense of like, this is fuck you speed, you know? But down the line, you know, maybe I'll get something and maybe I'll be like, yeah, stage tune this bitch up, and then it is what it is. But I love the Audis. I enjoy the looks of the Audis. Like, the body of it is just, it's got curvature, it's got everything. It's just a fucking beautiful car. And I used to hate Audis back in like the early 2000s. They were just never pretty. I used to love like BMW. I used to think like their cars were just perfect. But Audis have my heart at the moment. Like, they're done right in my opinion. I'm low-key liking Lexus now. I don't know why, but Lexus is coming out with a lot of really nice cars, and don't know much on the performance on those, or just like in general how they're built. But you know, if they keep at it, I might have to go with a Lexus one day, like an LF Sport or something, an LFA. I know like those are really hard to attain these days, but the LFA that came out like 2009, 2010, fucking gorgeous car. And it's funny because like I'll see cars like that, like people would say like, oh, those cars are super rare, and like I see them all the time. My dream car is like the 1965 Aston Martin DB5, and I see that car every day. It's insane. Like, I just see it, someone's just driving it around every day. And I'm like, oh, like I would do anything to have a car like that. Nice. Like, that's my someday car. If I ever become a millionaire in some way, shape, or form. I was cruising down in my daily, to Galveston in my daily, and there was a modified 2014 Charger supercharged, and that Audi, and we were swerving 140 plus. They took off, and I couldn't keep up. That's sick. Oh man. Yeah, over here, if you ever come to this Greenwich, Connecticut, it's like supercar and supercar. I live super close to like all the dealerships. So we have a Pagani dealership, we have a Bugatti dealership, a Lamborghini dealership, Ferrari, McLaren, and they sell like there's like a specific brand, I'm not sure if you guys have it too, but they sell like Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Aston Martins all together, like in one area. It's like insane. Hi there, here from the UK. Hope you're well. Just playing the same game. Thought I'd pop in and say hi. Hey, Dope Diva, how are you? And the UK, it's what are you, 6 hours ahead? 6 hours ahead, right? I think it's 6 hours ahead. I live in the Northeast in the US, so it is like 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm assuming you're 6 hours ahead. One of my friends actually just moved out to the UK, London, to get her master's degree. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. I do recall you, I believe, 2 or 3 days ago. So thanks for coming back. I do appreciate it. Sounds like Denton. Yeah, no, it's like, you see like incredible cars here. Like the fact that there's a Pagani dealership and there's people out here that are like, yo, I've never seen a Pagani, or like this is like a rare car, like 1 out of like 10 are made, and I'm like, oh, I see one of those every day. It's 1:30 a.m. Insane. I'm assuming you're a night owl then, which I am as well, but work has been keeping me busy, so... Oh, I just found the entrance. I was like, where is the downstairs area? Found it. Jackpot. Oh my god. Let's see if we get this critical on them. I would have been so mad if that didn't hit. Like, just the other day, I saw, like, this, like, crazy Ferrari. I can't think of the name. Oh, there's a Lamborghini Countach. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. But, like, the one from, like, 1980s, like, the Countach. If you ever watch, like, Wolf of Wall Street, the one that they crashed, there's literally one in a dealership right now. Just chilling there. They have like this old school Ferrari that like recently sold for like in auction for like 5 or even $10 million. It's just an insane. Like I just see these insane cars, and people that are car guys, they'll just be like, "Oh, I've never seen this," and I was like, "Just go down the road. There's one just chilling right there." Like there's literally one just on like display for the last 2 months. I see it every day, and they're just like they can't believe it. I smoked the Lambo in the Kia because he wouldn't do over 110. It's a Urus though. Ah, dude, the Lamborghini trucks are so nice. Like literally, the Lamborghini parking lot has like 10 of them just lined up in different colors. It's insane. But it was funny. Like when they first came out, the Urus, like recently, like the first year they came out, everyone had one, and then now I don't see anyone else having them. Like it's like here they do it as like a fashion trend. It's like, oh, this is the car to have now, like for this year, and then like 2 years later you won't see them anymore, and you're like, who has a Urus these days? Like someone's like on top of another trend. I think last year it was like Rivian, which I know is kind of boring, but like people love their electric cars, and if it's like a Rivian and it's expensive, people are gonna try it out for a year or two. But this guy, he owns like one of the dealerships here, and he drives like this really nice Audi RS6, and you know that shit is tuned out because it's it's like super low. It's custom color gray. It's just a beautiful car. I see it every morning. I'm just like, ugh. I'm like, one day I'm gonna have something like that. Like that's something I want in like in my 30s. Just like I don't know. I like Audis, like I said. Like people would be like, it's like, why don't you get a Ferrari? Don't want you like for me, I would get like a Dodge Viper if I really had the money. But like something that's attainable now, I would say like Audi RS6. I think there's just sweet cars, and those run like what, like 120 grand or less, which I know is like a lot, but it's like to me, I'm like that's attainable. Whereas if I want like my Aston Martin, I gotta pay like way more. I hope this loads because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be really upset. It doesn't seem like it's loading or it's loading forever, and I hope it didn't freeze, but I do see the bottom right. It's still moving, so I'll give it a minute. If it doesn't load, I might have to reset the stream, and I do apologize. But yeah, something's up here. I had this issue before where it just didn't load. It just kept loading, and I ended up waiting like 5 minutes like an idiot. So we'll give it 2 more minutes. The R6 Avant is my fourth favorite car. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine having that money. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things where it's like I'm in like a trajectory, like a path where it's like my career can only go, not that it can only go up. If I do well and I actually like, because I'm so new at what I do now, and right now I'm making every mistake possible. But if I continue, like just, if I pick up what I can do and like learn my job, like the position to get higher up, like I have the ability to do it. And within the last 3 years, like I started, fun thing about me, like I started back corporate like 3 years ago. Started in the mailroom for like shit money at this small company. Made my way up. And then I ended up making $20,000 more at this other company as an account coordinator, which was normal money. That's like kind of what you get out of graduation when you graduate college. And then a year later, I ended up giving myself like $25,000 more. And that's currently where I'm at now. And I think I make decent money, but I'm like, honestly, the way that I'm going, if I work my way up and I get my raises and I get like, my promotions the way I should, I'm hoping like I hit like the 6-figure mark in my career. And if I ever do, like the way I save my money and everything, I want to like get something super nice. This fucking game froze on me. I'm pissed. Okay. All right, guys. But yeah, not trying to brag or anything. It's just like I'm very lucky where I'm at. Like I fucked up so many times in life, and I'm at a point now where I'm like, I'm doing so good. Like I'm like proud of myself in some way, shape, or form, and I hope to continue going forward. And like if I do make that 6-figure mark, like I'm getting myself an RS6. If not an RS6, I'm getting myself like an SQ5. which is just like a sports truck. My dad had one. I got to drive it before. He currently has an SQ7. I love that car, but I think an SQ5 would be awesome. And like that's what I want. Like I'm like I need to have like a fast car again in my life because my Q3 love it, but it's slow as shit. But anyways, I am going to restart this stream. There'll be a new stream in like 2 minutes. I'm sorry, but like this isn't loading up. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but something happened. So let me load up the stream again. I do apologize. And I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes.